Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayin. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome everyone. I am so excited that the summer solstice is now here. We have the open portals that is open for the twin flame union. I hope some of you guys are already doing your meditations to receive your download codes. And I just want to let you know that I am super duper excited for my new Facebook group, The Gifted. I get so many emails, you guys, on a regular basis about people not knowing which direction to go once they have awakened, and especially on this twin flame journey. And they are wondering where to go next in this ascension process. So I do want to let you know this is not a twin flame group, but this is an ascension group, which we're all on the same journey, which is our spiritual journey and journey back home within ourselves anyway. And so therefore it's open to anyone that is open to ascending. And as a twin flame, ding, 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 that's what the whole journey is all about. So I have opened up this group. We will discuss, twin flame information there, absolutely. But we'll also discuss, like the Kundalini risings and awakening and, deeper aspects of ourselves that we go through on this journey too. That, you don't have to have or be a twin in order to have a Kundalini awakening. All right. So my angels and my guides directed me to start this group and have a special price for you right now, okay? So for their Summer Soltice Special, if you get a past life reading for $99.99, you will get 50% off to join the group. Now, I do want to let you know my past life readings have always been $99.99. I don't know why, for whatever reason, I did a typo on it. And normally I just cut and paste. So I don't have to type all of this stuff out all the time. But it has always been $99. So I do want to let you know that that is the price. And if you pay that, you get 50% off of the group price. To join the group, it's only $99, a one-time fee, no monthly fees or anything like that. And you do not have to get a past life reading in order to join a group. I had a girl that joined, well, not a girl, but I had a sister, a divine feminine, that joined yesterday. And that was her question. She wanted to know if she had to do the past life reading in order to join. And no, she just paid the $99 and she's already in the group. So if you decide to join the group alone, without the reading, it's just a flat $99. And if you decide to do the past life reading and join the group, it's $149.98. And I will be doing weekly broadcasts to educate you, and I will be doing daily posts to give you information and tidbits that will help you in your ascension process. And for those of you that are interested, the link is already in the description box. Okay, so let me go ahead without further ado, call in some help, and we'll go ahead and get into this juicy reading. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. Oh, speaking of which, I have to do a meditation with Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh today. I have not done my meditation yet. I would do it after this reading. In the meantime, let me go ahead and spray some Kit Karma ass spray. And for those of you that do not have this, you definitely need this. This definitely helps with retrogrades, which is what we're now in, all the way up until I think September. And it helps with clearing your aura, your auric field. Whenever you're feeling down in a slump, just spray this and it will get you right and tight. Even before you do tarot as well. You can also do spiritual baths with the Kit Karma ass spray. This is a powerful spray. And I'm not just saying it because it's my spray. I'm saying it because I literally, you guys, go through a bottle of this a week. I just made this bottle last night. Okay. And look, it's already down quite a bit. All right. So, Divine Feminine. My love, you feel like an outsider to your friends, your family, but especially to your divine counterpart that you're inquiring about. I feel like he's really hurt you. Like he's really did a humdinger. He's done a number on your heart, honey. Played it from left to right, pulled on your heartstrings, pulled on your heart cords, put your heart on the chopping block and chopped it up and chop sueyed it. And you're hurting. I see a divine feminine in a fetal position crying because of the hurt and the pain that he's caused you and what he's dealt out to you from this relationship. I feel like you lost many nights of sleep, very restless nights in this separation, and that you have done more in this relationship than what you have gotten back in return. Okay? And you've mourned this relationship like as if someone died. This person is very close to you. This person is very connected to you. I'm feeling twin flame energy, obviously. This definitely is your divine counterpart. I really feel like the reason why you feel like this is a death is because you and this person are one. And your soul is craving its other half. And most relationships, they do not die normally of a natural death. But the causes of why these relationships die is due to ego or the inability to see another person's perspective and only wanting to see things from their own. Next, I feel like you're being told to have faith. Okay? The Fool card is here to let you know that you need to go and avoid. You need to be at 0 point like a fool. The Fool starts at the 0 point, which is a number that is not relying on past experiences or skepticism, but approaching it with innocence and trust. I feel like what Source Energy is telling you is that despite what you've passed through, beyond what this person has taken you through, you're being asked to give this person a clean slate, to wipe it clean, because regurgitating and rehashing the past hasn't served neither one of you. And I feel like when you come in contact with this person, that's what's done all the time. You guys are reinventing the wheel. You guys are bringing up the past hurts, the past traumas, the past dramas, and it's only inflicting more pain upon the relationship and making the strain of the relationship more tighter. And it has created to me, I seem like as if like a perfect wedge between you. It's definitely driven a wedge between you and your divine counterpart. And so right now with the Fool card, your intuition, it's at its highest peak and it cannot fail you. This card, it indicates that you are trusting your intuition, and your intuition is very deep right now. And you're feeling like the rightness of things, like you feel like there's something right about this relationship, even though so much has went wrong. And I want to confirm that there's nothing wrong with the way that you're feeling. Your intuition is right on point, and it is at its highest peak. The white rose that you're holding in your hand, the Fool, this represents you. And this basically is representing the purity of what you're feeling. The Fool continues to trust even after their trust has been betrayed. And they continue to trust again against all experiences. If you deceive him or her, he will just trust you again. And if you deceive him again, he or she would just trust you again and again and again. And if you deceive him again and again and again, he and she or she will trust you. Then you will say that she or he is a fool and he does not learn. But in all actuality, it's about continuously being in your purity and not allowing anyone to taint you, which is what this white rose is representing. Just because someone else is nasty and they choose deception over love doesn't make you a fool. It doesn't make you a fool at all. And so it's about continuously being in your purity and not allowing anyone else to taint your soul, to go on dying to the past so you can remain present, to be in the present moment, the here and the now. Divine Feminine, if you have been lied to, cheated on, and deceived, let it happen to you. Because that which is really yours cannot be robbed, it cannot be taken from you. That which is really yours, nobody else can come to steal from you. And each time you do not allow situations to corrupt you, or you try to prevent or circumvent what's happening to you, that opportunity to become and to do integration inside of your soul will be lost. But if you allow it and you don't fight what's being done, you will become more crystallized. And this is how you move into your crystalline bodies in ascension. And this is why I do 5D readings and above right now, because a lot of you that are watching and chiming in are on my vibrational frequency and resonance. And you need to hear the reading the way that it is. Now I will, before I go on, warn you that this is a very triggering reading. This may not be your story, but I can guarantee you that this is somebody's story. And it's more than a handful. This story, as I laid down the cards, I cried, and I'm feeling a little bit a certain type of way right now. Although this person, Divine Feminine, manipulated you, cheated on you, deceived you, I feel like you moved into a higher conscious awareness. And as you moved into this higher awareness and consciousness, your experiences of the past has moved you beyond the cosmos. This situation certainly did not break you. You are totally tapped into the infinite with crystal clear clarity, and you have no desire to understand from the mind's eye or the mind's perspective of what the hell just happened to you. And what I mean by that is that you are totally ignoring your senses and what your eyes are seeing, because you have become a master of the mind. And you can use it as the servant that is meant to be in this situation. And I feel like for some of you, you have. Instead of the other way around, most people allow for their minds to control them and to lead them as a slave. But I remember in the Bible, the Apostle Paul said that he pummeled his body as a slave, and that he gained the force that was actuating his mind. So he gained possession over his own body. And I feel like you have gained possession over your own body as well. You have taken a possession over your own soul. You have come to realize that we have come from the unknown, and we will go back to the unknown in which we have all come from. We have come from thousands and thousands and thousands of incarnations. And we'll be here, for some of us, thousands of more incarnations. You are essentially an immortal being, but you're in a body that is mortal. Our frame in which we are, our houses, the body, the mind that we possess, they are made of the material things. They will get tired. They will get worn out and old. And eventually, they will die. But your consciousness and your conscious mind, for some that say Bodhidharma, which this word in Hindu means no mind, something beyond the body and mind, something beyond everything. There is no mind. And then again, the mind is eternal. It comes into expression, and then it goes out again into the unknown. Life is nothing but a school in which we have come to learn. So this card is indicating that you've learned your lessons in love. Just because something looks a certain way doesn't mean that that is the way that it is. Just because your lover hurt you and had a past running and a past traumatic life behind them doesn't mean that they're going to come back to you the same way in which they left you. It doesn't even mean that they're going to come back at all. And it also doesn't mean if Source has for a new person to come into your life that this person is going to treat you the same way like the other person did. The Fool represents new beginnings. So it doesn't mean that this person is going to do you the same way that your ex did. And it doesn't mean for some of you that this energy is your ex, because this is a general reading. It doesn't mean that they're going to come back and put you in that same feeling of disgrace and disharmony. It doesn't mean that they're going to come back to objectify you. I don't feel that the type of Source that I honor and that I dedicate my life to and my life purpose will put anyone in that type of predicament. All right, so you are dealing with someone that is short-tempered, controlling, who is also jealous of you and emotionally unavailable right now. And the reason being is because this person, and this is only for a select few, is not your twin. This person is a shadow twin, or what most people will refer to as a false twin. And just for the sake of it, for my own psyche and my own mind, so this won't be a mind fuck for me because I don't use those terms, I'm just going to say this person is a karmic soulmate. I sense that some of you have given so much to this person, and you've given, and you've given a little bit more, and then you've given. And I feel like you have gave to this person so much just for this person to turn back around and just take. And I even feel like when you're dealing with this person is fueled by drama. Oh my God, it's like they get some type of high off of it or something. This person dries off of this low vibrational energy, and they use the energy that they steal from you to feed and nourish their own aura. A true twin flame, you guys, should nourish you and feed your aura, especially in 5D. But when they make contact with you in 3D, you shouldn't be feeling drained. And I feel like you feel drained with this person. And again, this is only for a select few of you. The plot twist of it all is that some of you guys are really dealing with 100% bona fide divine masculine. He's just not acting so divine right now. I feel like he's asleep, okay, in both scenarios. I feel like you're divine masculine, for those of you that are truly dealing with the divine masculine. Here we go, divine masculine. They should always be in contact with your higher self and support you, not drain you. And I will say that this person, they are not intentionally doing this. They're not spiritually awakened like you are, divine femme. They do not realize that they can receive their energy supply from source. And so unconsciously, because of their negative energy field, they continue to just pull on you and pull on you and pull. So it's up to you to break away from this type of relationship for those of you that are still in contact with this type of individual. And it doesn't mean that this person cannot awaken and align themselves. They just can't do it at your expense. Okay? Or I wouldn't let them do it at my expense. However, I feel like this person is going to keep learning karmic lessons as they have also learned from this relationship. And hopefully they will seize the lessons in this relationship and stop becoming an energy vampire and stealing your energy. I mean, you never know. People do change. And then for some of you, I just feel like just hands down dealing with this divine masculine who's not fully awakened has really put you in a pickle. I feel like some of you are experiencing spiritual disalignment. And then there are some of you that are experiencing some type of illness that has been brought on from this union. Okay. It's like your person loves being on the 3D plane of existence. And the reason why is because there is no spiritual work that's required there. It's easy for them. All right. Being on your spiritual journey and path is hard work, you guys. It's not easy. And I know that I'm preaching to the choir. Okay. Next, you have spiritual integration and spiritual alchemy, where the dark and the light becomes one, and the two becomes one and unified, bringing heaven upon the earth. And how we are in union of the eagle and the swan, the male and the female, fire and water, life and death. So again, this is about self-creation, new life, and its mystical union. When you bring two things together, you make it become one. And this is called spiritual alchemy. And I feel like for you, for a lot of you, you've reached your rites of passage. And this is the reason why you have this integration of the yin and the yang. You have 5D union. You are married with your twin within. You are becoming your complete and whole selves. And a lot of you already are whole. Okay, the conflict is in man. Unless it is resolved there, it cannot be resolved anywhere else. The politics is within you. It is between the two parts of the mind. You have to merge the left and the right brain, meaning one side is logical, one side is emotional. Okay? The meaning of the male and the female within, what George Gurdjieff used to call the crystallization of being, is nothing but these two minds becoming one. You see. It's very important. It's a very important time that you take out this precious moment for yourself and go deep into meditation. Become a goddess of the night who brings death, but peace and understanding to her within, which will reveal the manifestation of the life that is deep down inside of you. It's time for you to rest, to plumb the depths of your own inner silence, to point to where it meets in the void, the silence of the universe. There is no thing to do. There is nowhere to go. And the quality of your inner silence permeates everything that you do. I know that for some of you, it may seem uncomfortable because we are accustomed to all the noises and the activity of the world, the social media, the cell phones, the driving of cars, the going back and forth to work, and the mundane things of life. But now is the time to come home to yourself. The understanding and insight that comes to you when you're in the still, That's the reason why God said, peace, be still. This is the reason why Jesus told the windstorm, peace, be still. In these moments will be manifested to us later in a more profound way of why we had to go into the void in the first place. You see, a lot of you have reached a level of spiritual maturity right now that is, for most, what you may have considered in the past as uncharted territory. A lot of you have questioned if you should even do spiritual readings with tarot readers, or if you should even be listening to me right now. But because you kept on carrying on with full faith of knowing that God is never separate from you, but God is always with you, even if you come to me, that God will speak through me to you. This has brought you your defining moments. This has brought you the clarity in which you so have seeked, your soul has yearned for, your soul has longed for. This card is an indicator that you are about to receive a gift for all of your hard work and all that you have done. This is like, let's just say, the universe's way of saying, good job, my servant, well done. Your bases right now are so solid for success and good fortune for you that there is going to be a great outcome. And that great outcome is waiting for you. Now, when I look at the politician card, I'm sensing some different energy right here, okay? It makes me think of the energy of a energy stealer and a dream killer. This person is pretty much out for themselves. Your divine masculine. Like literally, your divine masculine threw you under the bus. And not only did he run you over, but he bulldozed you over while you were still laying on the ground. And I'm feeling a lot of you that are connected to this divine masculine. I'm feeling cutthroat energy. A lot of these politicians are known for scandals, living double lives, and nobody can trust them as far as they can see them. Okay? They are so much of the biggest hypocrites that we know. And hypocrite is the word that they keep telling me that this person is to you. I'm going to keep it 100% real. I wouldn't trust this person as far as I can see him right now. And I mean, God, when is there a moment that your person is not lying to you? Like every time you contact this person, even if it's just something simple, I feel like they have to tell a lie, or they feel like they have to tell a lie. You're dealing with a person that is a pathological liar. They even lie so much that they convince their own selves that they're telling the truth. And I feel like this type of person, they want you to trust them. And they wanted you to trust them before they even gave you a solid basis to trust them in the beginning. They gave you no reason to, but they wanted to rush the commitment with you. And I feel like you've seen many red flags with this person along the way, but you trusted them and you loved them because you gave that person benefit of the doubt. And they played on your emotions just like a politician do. They play on the emotions and the fears of the people. They promote and they provoke fear. They talk about things that are near and dear to these people's hearts. And they make empty promises and calculated promises that they don't follow through. They do not follow through with them. They don't keep their promises. And your divine masculine is operating in that same modus operandi. Your divine masculine operation of method is just fucked up. I'm sorry. But I have no other way of saying it. He thinks just like a politician, which is very dangerous because politicians don't care. They don't have real faces. The whole thing to them is just a game of lies, a web of lies. And this is what he continuously keeps feeding you. And this is nothing personal for them. This is business for them. And I know that this might be painful for you, but not as painful as it would be if you continue to play this sick and twisted, demented game that this person has been playing with you. I feel like this person set out to run game on you from the very beginning in their own little way, in their own warped thinking and manipulating state of being. They basically manipulated their whole way through this relationship. But what they did not count on is that they fell very deep for you. And I mean, they fell deeper than deep because they met their match. They had no idea that you were going to be the one. None whatsoever. This person, I feel like, out of all of their suitors and lovers, they let their guards down with you because you mirrored each other. You showed this person how to do it. Not only did you do the job properly, divine feminine, but you executed on that job very well as this person's divine counterpart. And this person, it was undeniable to them who you were. And all this person is not fully awakened at this moment. Within this person, the great awakening, it happened when you guys contacted each other. When you came into that 3D union, Christ consciousness opened up for this person. And when you come back into a reunion, it will happen for you on a bigger level than what it happened before. And this person, they had the slightest idea what they were in for. And it goes back to anybody can be a good pretender, a hypocrite, can become your leader, politically speaking, or your priest, religiously speaking. The two go hand in hand. And all they have to do is be hypocritical, deceitful, manipulative, a good liar. And I feel like your person lives a double life. Most politicians do. And he's definitely in that politician energy right now. I mean, from the front door to the other, from the back door. And the back door life is their real life. That's how they really live. That's where, if you really want to see how a person is, you have to see who they are behind closed doors. Instead of that facade that they often present to you in front of people. I feel like this person was very verbally abusive. More than anything, I feel like every time that you would make a connection with this person, they'll try to destroy your dignity or take all of your glory away or credit away from you to humiliate you, mistreat you, and to make you feel weak as a person. But then they will come back and they will be so sweet and they will be so kind. They will be so jovial like an angel. And you'll wonder, where in the hell did that old person come from? And where did he go? You begin to question yourself. And this person will come into this energy of Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde. I feel like this person left you for dead. And after they got what they wanted from you, and they can no longer use and abuse you, they left the relationship and moved on. Let's go ahead and get some clarification here. I had to pull some clarification cards. Woo, I had to pull it. I did, because what may seem like a relationship from hell to other people, I'm feeling that despite all the things that I have mentioned that this person has took you through and all that you have endured with this individual, that source does have a divine plan for you and this person, okay? I'm here to let you know, not all twin flames and not all relationships that are in the twin flame relationships are high vibrational conscious couplings. We're all in different contracts. We're all on our journeys spiritually and individually. And not all twin flames are aligned with their chakras, okay? And not all of them are in those high vibrational spirits where they have minimal to almost no arguments at all. Some of us came here with a lot of baggage that we've been trailing around, incarnation after incarnation. So not everyone is going to have that Jack and Jill romance, okay? Sometimes in some of these unions, when the tough gets going, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And with that being said, I will be lying to you if I said that the twin flame journey was easy peasy. It's not. A lot of us have been met with the most difficult relationships. I have even entered into point where I'm learning my lessons along the way. And I'm also learning because you're having difficulties in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean that this person is a karmic twin either. Now, I'm not trying to make this a dichotomy at all, okay, you people. I'm doing a general reading and I'm feeling the energies as they're coming in. And not everything that I say apply to just one group. And so that's why I'm going back and forth between the karmic twin and the real twin, because this is the case for both of these divine feminines. And I only mentioned it because it's for some of you and not all of you. You're really going to have to ask your angels and your guides, and most importantly, source energy directly, who this person is to you. Or you may need to get one of my twin flame oracle readings, and I will let you know by the energy who this person is to you, what your soul contracts are, what your karma is, and what needs to be healed between you so you can have greater union. Besides all of that, I feel like you have pretty good intuition, okay? So, this energy is damn heavy that I had to get this clarification. You see the Lover's card here? This energy, it means something totally different than what most lover cards mean. And this is the reason why I use different decks, because I can get these good readings out to you, not going off of the same deck all the time. But despite everything that this person has taken you through, you're getting intuitive nudges and signs and synchronicities from the universe that you and this person are going to be together. And as much as I hate to admit it, I feel like it's going into that direction. And I feel like nothing can stop what the divine has started. I just think that this person got a little stuck in 3D. Not a little, but a whole hell of a lot. Okay. And they got stuck in that 3D side of existence and played it out like it wasn't no tomorrow. And of course, you know that the universe has a cake baked for that ass, right? One thing that I know, and even though I'm not religious anymore, one of my favorite scriptures were when God said that he will put your tears in a skin bottle. So just trust and know, divine feminine, that God is serious about you and will give you beauty for ashes. It reminds me of that song where, I feel like you guys almost had it, but she said almost doesn't count. Brandy said, if I can recall it, this is I used to love this song too. This is an old song. Gonna find me somebody, not afraid to let go. Wanna no doubt be their kind of man. You came really close. But every time you built me up, you only let me down. And everybody knows, almost doesn't count. Maybe you'll be sorry. Maybe you'll be cold. Maybe you'll come running back, baby, from the cruel, cruel world. Almost convince me you're going to stick around. But everybody knows, almost doesn't count. I feel like this person only built you up to let you down sometimes. Okay, let's go back to the clarification here. So, what we call love is really a whole spectrum of just relating. And most of the love here on earth, we equate to sexual attraction and sexual energy. And many of us remain stuck there because of our conditioning. And our conditioning has burdened us with sexuality with all kinds of expectations and repressions. And I feel like the biggest problem with our sexual lives is that it never lasts. Only if we accept the fact that we can, from that point, celebrate what real love is and say goodbye to what real love is not, with gratitude in our hearts. And I feel like the energy between you and your partner was highly sexual. Like, this person will have you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack at night. And I feel like even in the middle of the night, sometimes you guys couldn't go through the night without having sex. Okay? And what was missing from this relationship was the sacredness of the relationship. Let me say it again. What was missing from this relationship was the sacredness of the relationship, where you guys needed to exist beyond sexuality and to honor each other's uniqueness and individuality. And I feel like this is why this person has taken you for granted, because they failed to realize you as a partner of affection. They failed to realize that a partnership functions as a mirror, reflecting units and aspects of our deepest selves back to one another, supporting us to become our whole selves. The union. This love was not based on freedom, but true love is based in freedom, not expectation or neediness or codependency. I feel like there was a codependent issue with both of you here. I feel like you needed the highest refinement of love, which is compassion. Sex is one thing, okay? And sex is below love, but compassion is above love. Love is exactly in the middle. Very few people know what love is, about 90% of people. And unfortunately, they think that sexuality is love, and it is not. Sexuality is very animalistic. It certainly has the potential of growing into love, but it is not actual love. It's only a potential for it. Sex is only the seed to love. Love is the flower, but compassion is the fragrance. And these are the three things that you need in order to have a deep, profound love. When you love and you put all three together, that is a perfect recipe for a harmonious relationship. When your love is just not the desire for a person's body, when your love is not only need-based, when your love is sharing and caring about the individual who you are connected to, when your love is not the beggar, an emperor, when your love is not asking for something in return, but it is just ready to just only give, to give from the sheer point of the joy of it all, and then you add meditation to it, that pure fragrance is released. That pure fragrance is smelt. That pure fragrance is felt. This is compassion. Compassion is the highest phenomenon when it comes into the higher realms of love. This card is here from Source Energy as a reminder that you can't reach that highest peak of love if you do not add compassion to it. Letting you know there is still hope. There's still hope of all hopes, that all hope is not lost. As much as this has been a heavy reading, it's been a heavy ass reading. But Source says that this can be turned around. And if Source says that this can be turned around, oh my God, you better believe your bottom dollar that this is about to turn around for you. Who am I to argue with Source? Who are you to argue with Source? I feel like you got nothing because you're in a state where you have nothing to hold on to. You got nothingness. No sense of direction. Not even a hint of what choices and possibilities might be ahead. But it was just that state of pure potential that existed before the universe was created, before God said, "Let there be light." All you can do now is relax into this moment. No thing. Just fall into the silence between the words. Watch the gap between the outgoing and the incoming breath, and treasure empty moments of experiences. Something sacred is about to be born. Something sacred is about to happen. You are in the void. You are in the state of no thing. You're not your body. You are not your mind. You are no thing at all, but yet still you are everything. That's why I would like to make this exactly what it is, no thing, because no thing is just no thing at all. And it is the vibration that you are in, and it vibrates to the vibration of possibilities, infinite possibilities. It is potential, absolute potential. It is unmanifested yet, but it is containing all. I feel like source energy right now is telling you to relax and enjoy the journey. Stop worrying. Stop being anxious. You're right at the end of your struggle. That's why you can't see beyond where you are. This person that you're inquiring about is guilty as hell. How they mistreated you. I feel personally that this person has this guilt and it has destroyed them. It has put them in destructive emotions. There is this energy where they're caught up in their feelings and they're very low vibrational right now. And I feel like they're surrounded by nagging, clouding thoughts and self-doubt and self-sabotage and feelings of unworthiness, worthlessness, to the point where they cannot see any beauty in this situation and what it's trying to offer the two of you. I feel like they're trying to put a circle peg in a square hole. They have constant thoughts of hopelessness and despair. This person, they've kept this true feeling of what they're feeling away from you. And it's like they got locked into some type of vicious cycle that robbed them of the clarity that they needed in order for them to pull themselves out of this situation. Okay? When it's all said and done, they need to realize that they just need to learn from it and move on and stop staying in the stuck energy and use these lessons not to make the same mistakes again. All right. No one's holding it over this person's head, but I feel like in their own guilt and beating themselves up, they are really, truly like stuck over what they've done to you. This person goes through the 9 of Swords at night. And in my honest opinion, you two will be back together if they can just get out of their guilt and not let it eat them up, because it's starting to become a gangrene within them. It's starting to fester and it's starting to spread. And it has even taken away from their quality of life. How can you even enjoy life if you're constantly feeling guilty and beating yourself up all the time? If you're going to church to confess your sins and what you've done over and over and over again, and then you're continuously being told that it was wrong as a sin, it's wrong as a sin. I feel like I'm hearing from this divine masculine that they were raised up in church and going to church to confess sins so much that even it's playing out in their union with you, that every time they look around, they've done you wrong. And so they stay in this wrong energy. It's like an old programming that they're stuck in. And it seems like their whole life has just been full of sins. And before you know it, This person is downtrodden and loaded down and burdened down with just the mistakes of the past and just that guilt just sitting on their chest like an elephant, so heavy, like a rock that is crushing them. And it doesn't allow them to dance with the natural rhythm and flow of life. I feel like this person continues to mentally abuse their own selves. That's why Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. It's over. Some of them are not even dead and have already entered into the grave. This is no type of way to live life. And it's no wonder this person hasn't been able to move towards you. They're sitting up, beating themselves in limitations over what they've done to you. See that? I feel like now is the time for you to allow yourselves to be free and receptive to the energy that is coming in for you, especially with the new portals opening up. There is an inexpressible joy that is waiting for you, Divine Feminine, around the corner. Nobody else can point it out to you. And when you find it, you won't even be able to find the words to express it to others. But there's deep within your heart a ripeness and a readiness to discover it. For some of you, I feel like you have been anticipating this goodness and this joy, and despite your inner conflictions, deep in your heart of hearts, you know that you're about to have a rendezvous with love. My advice to you at this moment is to listen to your heart. Move according to your heart, whatsoever the stake. You cannot predict your future based off of the past hurts and harms and conditions of the past. You have to move into the future with complete simplicity, casting all your burdens aside. You have to go into this mode that's called sweet surrender. It's going to cost you everything that you are, everything that you had. You may have to lose everything. And when I mean all parts of yourself that no longer serve you. I'm not talking about materially. I'm talking about spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. I mean, lose all the talk and the self-doubt and the parts of you that said that they didn't love you or no one could love you. But only leave that which serves you. Only a simple heart that throbs to go hand in hand with walking alongside your Creator. Walking with God in the same rhythmic beat as which you was born into when you had no such thing as doubt or fear. But only a simple, pure heart which sung with the Creator in deep harmony. To reach to that point which you have to find your heart. You have to find your own throb. You have to find your own beat. I'm not going to lie to you. The universe has tested you beyond measure. But the blessings are beyond what words can even utter. You have been bent, but you are surely not broken. And if you were looking for a sure sign, and if you were wondering if you were just going crazy about this person, if this is really your twin or not, or if you're just in some type of obsession, then look no further. Look at this as a sign that no, you're not crazy. Yes, for some of you, this is your 100% bona fide twin flame. And no, you're not obsessed. You cannot separate from you that which entangles you. You cannot separate yourself from yourself. That is yourself. That is the other half of you. Your twin and you share the same soul DNA. You have the same blueprint for life. You have the same traits. You share the same mission in this journey as twins do. So just for a moment longer, the divine is about to show you why you have held on for so long. And I have come to the conclusion of your beautiful reading. I gotta spray Kick Karma ass spray again. Whew, I gotta clear this energy. My God. I did not mean to go this long, but when you're in spirit, you can't calculate how long it's gonna be. It's whatever Yadhe Vahe wants to get out. Thank you for staying with me. For those of you that have rode with me this whole reading. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift through Amazon and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.